All right, so next question. What methods do you use to manage disagreements between your workers?
So usually what I do is I'll sit them both down together, kind of make it private, because sometimes when you're having issues, you usually go talk to one person, they'll tell you one story, and then you go to talk to the other one and they'll tell you a different story. So I've tried that, and then I usually just sit them both down,
right.
And then I'll kind of talk it out between the three of us. That way, if somebody's lying, you can't lie in front of the other guy. So you'll get like the more real, true story of what actually happens. Sure. And then from there, you kind of
figure out how to overcome that objection.
Yeah, and then you kind of let them know, okay, no, this is wrong. Let's work on it. We're all a team. I always tell my guys, we're all a team. We're here to help each other. It's maintenance is not just one person. It's not just me. Maintenance is all of us.
Right.
So, we got to get along. We got to help each other. Let's not talk bad about certain person, because what I've had is that people think that somebody's not doing work because they see him driving on the golf cart left and right.
Right.
So they'll start saying like he doesn't do anything. All he does is ride around in a golf cart. But once you get to that position, you'll know why you're riding around on that golf cart left and right.
Maybe they're doing something else that they don't understand they're actually doing at the time.
Correct. And I've learned myself. I used to be that person that used to judge my supervisors and say like, "What are you doing in the office all day? You don't help us." And now that I'm in that position, I'm like, okay.
Now you're like, okay. Yes, I have so much to do.
Yeah, so I've learned from that, and that's kind of what I tell my guys. Like, sometimes you think we're not working. Everybody has their own, jobs, and you might look like you're not busy, but there's certain things that sometimes you don't know what they're doing, So that's why we shouldn't talk bad about each other,
Right.
So.
Yeah, and I think setting them down together helps each other to see the other person's point of view and understand them better. And I like to make sure I create the environment to where they feel comfortable. Maybe instead of sitting across the desk from them, sitting together on the same side of the desk, and creating an environment where they feel like they're comfortable and taking the time to allow them to speak and answer the questions without interruption, and making them really feel like they were heard when they told me about their problem.
Okay, that's awesome. I like that. Definitely in our roles, like we work with the same people 5, sometimes 6 days a week. They become people that we see more than our own family sometimes. It's kind of is our family. So we don't always get along with our family. We have fight with our family sometimes. So we have to make sure we understand at the end of the day, we're still a team, we're still a family. And I love that you guys actually take the time to hear them out and to try to smooth things out and make it better. Great job. All right. Now to, I guess, a little bit of my expertise. I'm kind of interested in seeing what you guys are, your feedback on this is. So a lot of you guys know that we're going to be migrating from one site in Building Link directly over to full Entrata. You guys have been on the forefronts of building the way the maintenance side of Entrata is going and how you're using it and what are the best practices for it, and kind of getting our make-ready boards together and even the problem request. So I want to get your feedback. What has your experience so far been using Entrata with maintenance?
I love it. I love Entrata. When I found out that we were using Entrata in this property, I was quite excited because I already used it in previous properties. Seamless, it's easy, it's user-friendly. Now they took out this app for maintenance, which has made it even better. It's easy to track a lot of stuff. You pretty much have all the information on the go. If you need to call a resident, you can look it up on the app and call them at that instance. You don't have to drive back all the way to the office.
Look at the computer.
Yeah, correct. So that is amazing. Close work orders as you go. It just helps you know exactly where you're at every time.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I like
switched.
Yeah, I switched. And I was a pro at Building Link, and so I'm still learning Entrata. Alex has a lot more experience than me at Entrata. And as a beginner stepping into Entrata, I would say that the possibilities are endless, and it has so many options. But that being said, that it can seem overwhelming or hard to navigate and find exactly the information you're looking for. But that gets better with time and experience and training.
Yeah.
And the app is awesome for the work orders. I love that you don't even have to print your work orders. You can just use your phone to stay organized. And it also has the option to where you can select start work, and it time stamps the time that you started the work. And if the residents opt in for SMS messaging, they'll get a message that you've started the work, and it took you 30 minutes, and you started at 1 and finished at 1:30.
Yeah.
That's really useful on that. So
I do love that you mentioned it with the SMS notifications. I remember being on site, getting those phone calls from residents. Did maintenance go to my apartment today? Did they work on a work order today? And you're like, I don't know. Let me pull up and trying to get hold of maintenance. Did y'all go there today? And they're already knowing that you guys are already working on this right now. Even if you even put it in progress or scheduled or canceled or something, they're getting a notification. I know that we leave our little like W3 service due today.
Yeah.
But I remember back in the day, our maintenance would put the work order on the counter, and the wind would blow it off or something, and it's under the couch, and people were like, "Yeah, I didn't come by," and now they actually get some kind of notification that they actually did have it. So I'm glad it's working for you guys. I know that you've been using it for a while, and I've not really had to train you much on it. You're going to train me more on it, and then you've amazed me so much with me coming to talk to you that day about it and train you a little bit. You already. It's so user-friendly, I felt like you kind of found your way so quickly with using it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, last question, and I'll let you guys get back to work and let you all get to running your staff and your properties. What does it take to succeed in your role? So just some examples that I kind of see out of you guys, being around y'all and seeing y'all on your properties. I do see that you guys do have a really good, I see teamwork. I see that you guys are exhibiting teamwork with your teams, and I see a good leadership skill. What else do you guys think would be like good examples of what it takes to exceed in your role?
I would say communication is probably one of the biggest ones. Communicate with your managers. If you're opening a property, communicating construction, getting everybody in the same page that you're seeing things, and so that way everybody's on the same page to get work completed and stuff like that. That's always been a big one for me.
Organization, and communication is the biggest part of that. And take the time to address each task that needs to be done, and if you have to take your staff by the hand and show them exactly what you need them to do, and taking the time to help them to know what to do and how to do it right, saves time in the long run. So that would be one of the biggest things that helps me to be successful at my position. I don't know what else I was going to say.
No, I think those are great. Communication, organization, especially in your maintenance shops. Oh my gosh, like organization is a really big part of it, knowing where things are, where you can go back to find certain things, especially when you're dealing with, 3 to 4 different people that are touching everything in there, and some people like things a certain way. So organization is a big part of that too. No, I think those are some great answers. I really do appreciate you guys meeting with me today, going over this stuff. I really do hope this actually helps out other maintenance supervisors and maintenance techs and porters and housekeeping, and even the leasing staff to understand like how important the roles are with maintenance and how it affects not only their jobs, their team, but also yours. All right, well, thank you. Until next time, this is the W3 podcast. This was Let's Talk Shop. Thanks, guys.